In the 1994 summit, which included all the heads of state of NATO, to include President Clinton, they agreed to do two things. To really, after the fall of the wall, how to do what we call a partnership for peace with the new countries of Eastern Europe, how to really bring them in to what developed in Western Europe of democracy, how to do that. That was called Partnership for Peace. No one knew what that meant. It was up to me. The Secretary General of NATO turned around after the meeting and said, "Zach, you make it work," which was great, and I did. And so we developed this with all the former Warsaw Pact countries and others. The other issue was something called Combined Joint Task Force, which is a headquarters to command this multinational, not just NATO, but multinational force. President Clinton, when he called me into the Oval Office to tell me he's going to make me Supreme Allied Commander, he said, "I'll be over there in 3 months. You brief me on your assessment." And so I did. And so to his credit, he put a floor of 100,000 troops. It was in free fall. Put a floor of 100,000 troops. We did have about 300,000 troops there. Put a floor in, and he kept that floor for 8 years of his presidency. Best thing we ever did, because that allowed stability in the force, and we're able to respond to the Middle East, we're able to respond in the Balkans and in Africa. And that really aided our national security missions that we had. And so Europe became the base, and I was very privileged to be able to go back and establish that foundation for what I call the new NATO.